EX Zephyr before after buff, normal's attack. We gotta see Zephyr normal's attack before buff here first, before we see his after buff normal's attack. Now after buff, it got increased attack range guys, but sadly no increased speed for Zephyr normal's attack, but the range got increased. Now skill 1 before buff, we gotta see here. And now skill 1 after buff, it also increased attack range but not the speed, and this time it gave increased damage against navy character 100% increase. Now buff state normal's attack, the 2-hit attack for Zephyr before buff. We can see here the range guys, okay? Now normal's attack after buff. You guys can see the range is very wide now. You guys can see the difference of the rock below there. It's really wider now. Amazing Zephyr buff. Buff stat normal's attack is amazing now, really. Now skill 2 before buff, we're talking about the Stone one guys. You guys can see there, it doesn't give Zephyr buff state after using Stone. Now another one for the skill 2, you guys can see there. Now Stone after buff, Zephyr got a buff state. Amazing man. See one more time. After using Stone, Zephyr got a buff. And then the secondary skill 2, it's now faster than before buff. Yes, faster a bit. And then before buff, Zephyr can only fill the treasure 100% and unable to ignore enemy and fill up the treasure. Here let me show you guys. See, we can't fill up the treasure when enemies inside the flag, but after buff we gotta see it's very amazing now. See, 150% flag now after buff, and we can ignore enemies. See here, still filling up treasure, even Lucy in the flag. Amazing, amazing for the Zephyr buff. And lastly for the Zephyr, you guys can see before buff the Stone can be used at the beginning of the battle, but you see after buff the Stone already available to be used. Really amazing for Zephyr guys. And then we continue to the second character buff we got today, Vinsmoke Judge. This is his normal attack before buff, you guys can see. And then normal attack after buff, I see there are a bit faster than before for Judge normal attack, but it's only slightly. And then skill 1 before buff. For skill 1 before buff and after buff comparison, it doesn't show any speed or something, but Reiju HP is now higher after buff, and the cooldown is shorter now after buff. So we can really see it from the video. That's for skill 1. And then we continue to skill 2. Before buff, skill 2, you guys can see there. See the speed, okay? Now after buff, man, the speed is really noticeable, I suppose, for everyone. Before buff, judges can only feel the flag until 100% as usual defender, but after buff, you guys can see, even Reiju there, we still can fill up higher, but after buff, that is the difference. We can now fill up 150% after buff. Let me show you here. Still there 100%, but after we spawn Reiju, it increased to 150%. So it's really amazing. Spawn Reiju when we reach 100% to make it higher, guys. Next character, Boa Hancock. Normals before buff, guys. You guys see they're here. At first I thought it's gonna be changed animation like Isu, but let's see. After buff, see, yo, I can notice that the speed is more faster now, guys, for Boa normals attack. Really amazing. Now skill 1 before buff, you guys can see. You guys notice the speed of skill 1 first. After buff. Well, yeah, they say it is increased range and speed, but I don't really see, but perhaps it's really slightly. Skill 2 before buff, you see here, also faster, they say it, but let's see. You guys can see the broken thing below for the skill 2, guys. Broken ground, and then we're gonna see after buff skill 2. See, the broken ground is more wider now. It's really amazing, and perhaps slightly a bit faster. We go on to the last character buff, guys, Vivi and Karoo. This is her normals attack. Now normals attack after buff, you see, they said it's a bit faster, but I think it's really slightly a bit little faster, so we didn't really notice that very much. Skill 1 before buff, see this one more time. Skill 1 before buff, guys. Okay, after buff, yo, really noticeable. It's now very long way jump for Karoo here. Skill 2 before buff now. Let's see. One more time for Vivi skill 2 before buff. You guys pay attention to the speed, guys, because they said increase speed. Now skill 2 after buff. Increase speed, yeah, I think it's a bit, but not really noticeable really, but yes, increase a bit speed for skill 2 after buff Vivi. Amazing. Let's see one more time. And then increase treasure gold recovery amount. You guys can see before buff they said 120%. I suppose it's the speed, but yeah, let's see the difference. Okay, this is before buff. Well, anyway, we are not defenders, so don't really hope much for this, I suppose. We are a runner, but yes, because we are resting, recovery, we also increase treasure gulp, and then after buff 200%, guys, you guys can see. Yeah, I don't think it's really noticeable, but they said it like that. As I said, it's a runner, not a defender, so don't really hope much for this, but I guess pretty much like that for Vivi. So thank you everyone for watching. Who's the best buff in your opinion? Tell me in the comment section. Thank you.